Yo, welcome back. So the alters came onto GamePass, so I thought I'd test it. So mainly I want to look at OptiScaler, FSR4. We're going to be using 9060 XT and we're using 25.6.1 as our driver. Let's have a look at our settings. So it says running on RTX 4090 because obviously I changed the files using OptiScaler, but we're using that in 9060 XT. I wish I had 4090. But anyway, 1440p. Got the upscaler disabled at the moment because I just want to get a bench line of what we're getting and just have a look at the graphics quality. And I'm going to use high because when I use ultra with OptiScaler, for some reason it's not working. So I'm just going to leave it as that. So this is the starting point. As you can see, we are just about getting 60 FPS. So not bad because, you know, 1440p with this card, 60 FPS, single player games, that's what you kind of expect. So let's see if we can do a little bit better. So what I'll do first is go into graphics, and what we're going to do is use, for some reason FSR is not working, so I'm not going to use that. DLSS, I'm not going to use that because we only get performance settings, and when I use performance, it's upscaling from 720p. We want to make it use 480, so we want to see how well FSR works with like really low input. So we're going to use ultra performance. So let's look at that. So save that, go back into the game. So as you can see in OptiScaler now, let's change it to FSR as our output, apply that, and let's go back to FSR3. So say for instance you weren't using a 9060 XT but you were using a older AMD card, this is what the quality would look like, and as you can tell it is quite bad. It is so bad. Like you can see here, there's like so much like little dots. Just the graphics quality is really bad. You can see here we're upscaling from 480p to 1440p. The reason why I do 480p is because I want to exaggerate the issues. If I used 720 for instance, then because of YouTube compression you won't be able to see the quality difference. It's a little bit more harder. So what I'll do now is just change it to and also just look at the FPS. So we're going to change it to FSR4. So with FSR3 we're getting 144. Change that to FSR4. We do lose a bit of FPS, probably around 10%. So yeah, losing a bit of FPS, but look at the quality of it now. This looks close to native. So where we've gone from 60 FPS, we literally doubled our FPS, but the quality is a lot better, a lot more playable than FSR3. So this is the reason why I say, I made a comment earlier on my post saying that I think I'd rather have a 9060 XT which has FSR4 support with better, you know, RT performance and other, you know, future functionality. And also Redstone's coming out, so FSR is always going to be improving. So hopefully we'll get a bit more FPS. But anyway, I said that 9060 XT would probably be more better than having a slightly better older 7000 series card like a 7800 XT. In terms of pure rasterization, 7800 XT is a lot better. But because new games are coming out with mandatory RT, and some games you need to use upscalers these days just to get to the 60 FPS range, that I said, yeah, I'd rather have 9060 XT and then use FSR to upscale. And as you can see, using ultra performance, the quality looks really good. It's playable. Let me just change that back again so you can see what you would get if you were using a 7800 XT, for instance. This is what it would look like. Obviously, you wouldn't be using this kind of setting. You'll be using, for instance, balanced, or you'll be using quality, for instance. Let's see what we get out of that, though. It still looks a little bit... It looks better, but you can still see it's not clear, and you can see all these little dots. I'm not sure if I can make it out here, but it just doesn't look that nice. Let me go back. Yeah, it's not clear, but as soon as you go FSR4, it just cleans up the look. It's a night and day difference on my side. YouTube compression probably get rid of it, but overall quality FSR4 is just amazing. So yeah, let's go back. And obviously now we lost a bit of FPS as well because we're using a higher, we're using 960 now. So yeah, I would rather use, ultra quality. If you're really struggling with FPS, you can always go all the way down to ultra performance and get a near enough native. Look, this looks so clean. And you're basically doubling your performance. If you were using native, you get 60, but now you're getting more than more than 120. So it's a fantastic little tech. So yeah, I'm digging it. And the 9060 XT in general seems like a decent GPU. I know you can get like 6800 XTs used or 7800 XTs for the same price, but like I said, I'd rather have a 9060 XT new. And yeah, the performance is just crazy. But another thing is FSR4 is not as what would you say? It's not as diverse yet. There's still not enough games supporting it. But with OptiScaler, it's you can use that in any games. You can use DLSS as an input. You can use XCSS as an input. FSR3 to any of those. You can use those as input, and then upscale to FSR4. So you've got a lot of flexibility. So even though people say FSR4 is not isn't out there yet properly, OptiScaler is your secondary route. And also GamePass. Another thing is GamePass. Even though say the game has FSR 3.1, and people say that you can use FSR 4 now, because GamePass is so restricted with their files because you don't really own the game. It's you're kind of like renting out the game. They lock down the files so much that they don't want you to pirate the game. So that's the reason why FSR 4 on Game Pass it just doesn't work unless the game natively supports FSR 4. So at the moment, many games are just updating to FSR 3.1, and then it swaps out the DLL files to get FSR 4. But Game Pass, because they're so restrictive with their files, it doesn't allow you to get FSR 4. So OptiScaler is another lifesaver. So yeah, let's just go back, turn that off again, just so you can see the difference. It's just night and day. This bit's bad. Let's have a look here. Let's go up. Graphics to, say for instance, you're using quality. Oh, I wouldn't use ultra quality, but use quality because that's a standard 960 is what you'd use. You can see the difference. Even though I'm using, high 960 resolutions, resolution input, upscaling from 960, it's still not as great. So if I change that to FSR4. There you have it. It's just amazing. It's you can't, ultra performance is a lot better on FSR4 than FSR3 quality. It's just how it is. So let's go back to performance and just show you. There you go. There you go. Look, it still looks clean. The image looks clean. There's no random pixelation, no, I don't know what you call it, blurriness, all of that stuff. It's just clean and clear. So yeah, that's my personal opinion. I mean, you can tell me I'm wrong. I don't mind, hearing your opinions, but my opinion, 9060 is just a great card. One thing I would say is just don't get the cheapest one, which is what I did. I got what did I get? The Power Color Reaper. It just runs hot. Let me just show you. Performance. look, the memory temperature is 80 and hotspot is 78. And let me just show you. I am undervolting it a little bit. I am adding a little bit of frequency to it. Put the clock up a little bit. I'm doing minus 80, and power limit I left as it is, and fast timing, and that's it really. But even with that, it still runs at 80. If it was at stock, it'd probably be like mid 80s by now, 85 maybe. But yeah, that's just one thing. Just make sure you get a triple fan card if you can afford it. Just don't get the Reaper. It's probably the worst card you can get. So yeah, that's like a quick video on this OptiScaler. And yeah, let me know in your comments what you think about the 9060 XT. If you're thinking about getting it, if you've got it. What you think about FSR4. Let me know about OptiScaler if you're using it. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.